So, continuing on, looking at these different ways that I've categorized these adjustment layers. So, these are going to be slightly differently categorized than the way that they're when kind of divided by this little line. Here's a section, here's a section, here's a section within Photoshop itself. I categorize them a little bit differently, and you can see that I have a few different categories here. So, going to just kind of introduce these first and give you an overview of them. So, there are tonal balance adjustments. You can see brightness and contrast, levels, curves, exposure. These are going to be adjustments that control lightness, darkness, contrast. So, brightening, shadows, balancing highlights, fixing exposure issues, that type of thing. Fill layer adjustments. You've got solid color, gradient fill, pattern fill, adding flat fills, adding gradients, adding patterns. Pretty self-explanatory. So putting down overlays, putting down texture effects, putting a gradient across an entire image, that type of thing. Color correction and enhancement adjustments. So these are going to be things that adjust the overall balance, take a color cast and fix it, boost muted colors, shift a mood, enrich tones, that type of thing. So vibrance, hue, saturation, color balance, and then photo filter. Then you have creative color grading adjustments. So these are going to be more, as it says in the category name, more creative. So transforming things, really changing up style and atmosphere, mood, black and white, taking something that's that is color, turning it black and white, creating really surreal looks. There's cinematic tones. There's, especially within color lookup, there's all kinds of pre-built looks that you can apply that are kind of ready-made style adjustments and so on. Then we have graphic and poster effects. So you're going to have invert, posterize, and threshold. So these are going to be for making things really bold, really graphic looking, taking photographic imagery and making silhouettes out of it. A lot of times these are adjustment layers that are used as things are being prepped to go into Illustrator or to turn into silkscreen imagery, or different things like that. And then finally, advanced targeting, palette shaping. So these are going to be, you've got selective color and you've got channel mixer. Two of the more sort of difficult ones to wrap your mind around and understand how to use them for sure. But we're going to, get a taste of them here and continue to talk about them as we go along in further videos. But really fine-tuning color, targeting a specific color, and really changing it in a really much more controllable way than maybe other adjustment layers are going to be able to do. Fine-tuning, rebuilding color channels entirely, and having much more control overall of I don't know, essentially taking your image and transforming it so that it has a specific color harmony in mind, like it's going to be controlled as a split complement or complementary color scheme, or a complementary color scheme or whatever. So anyway, as I said, these are going to be organized a little differently than how Photoshop itself organizes them. But I think this is a helpful way to break these down in terms of what they do and how to use them most effectively.